Hello everyone and welcome back to RVM Finishing School of Finance. This would be my second video on PowerPoint. Initially the first one was on what is ribbon on PowerPoint, and today we are going to discuss what is File tab which is there on the ribbon. So let's get started. This is Anna and this is how your screen looks like when you open your PowerPoint presentation. This is the ribbon and we'll start from the file option, which is the first tab of your ribbon today. So let's click there and you can see the screen which appears. So as soon as you click on your file option, you will see the info tab which gets open. And the info tab basically shows the properties of your PowerPoint presentation. Properties include the size of your file, the slides which you have made, number of slides hidden, title if given any, and tags, categories, when was it last modified, when was the file created. You can see the author. For example, if you have created, you can see your name there and the rest of the things related to your properties and basic information. And then again on the left side, you can upload it on cloud, you can share it, you can copy it and turn it into a URL, you can open the file location where you have saved your current presentation. The other three boxes here basically gives you an idea how you can protect your presentation. So the first box helps you in keeping it only in a read-only mode, encrypting it with a password, restricting the access, adding a digital signature as we make a signature in email, something like that can be done. And if the project is completed, your presentation is completed, you can just mark it as final, so the readers would know that this is what the final presentation is. So basically, by keeping it on a read-only mode, you can avoid accidental changes. For example, if someone has opened the file which you have sent and by mistake they press something on the keyboard and it gets inserted there, text gets inserted. So to avoid that to happen, you can keep it on a read-only mode. You can do that from here so that nobody can make changes to it until and unless they get a tab to enable changes. If they click there, then only they'll able to make the changes. This was about the basic information of your presentation. Moving back to this tab that says home. Home was also there on the ribbon. So that home has certain different properties. This has a little different. So let's click here and see what it has. So first it shows you the themes which are inbuilt. So whatever version of PowerPoint you are using, there would be some templates, some themes which are already present in the PowerPoint, in a blank PowerPoint. So if you don't want to create anything, or else if you get good options from here, you can just go ahead, select a theme which is relevant to your topic and start making or start inserting your data inside. So from here you can see there are few tabs which gives you an idea what kind of theme you can get from your MS Office PowerPoint. So it says education, diagrams, business related, infographics. So suppose if I click on business, you can see certain themes which will appear, which will be related to the type of business you are having. You can just read the titles given, the names given to the theme, and which one would be relevant to your type of business. You can click and go ahead and do your changes. So suppose if I have to say, I take a healthcare pitch test and I say create. So that is downloading at behind, and see, I get a blank presentation which has opened that theme for me, and you can see everything is done. I can just change the data. And one more thing, you can change the background colors, the type of font, the size of font, all the formatting can be done. So I'll show you that once we are working on the editing and the formatting part. So basically this is how your open template will look like. Okay, moving back to the old one which we were working on the file tab, home. So that was about the themes. You can just explore, open your Microsoft PowerPoint and explore what themes you have and which one would be suitable to design your kind of presentation. And at the bottom you can see the files which I have saved, I was working on. It has added all that. It shows recent, pinned and shared. If I have shared with someone, it shows I've shared. If I've pinned it, shows it has been pinned, so on. That was about the home tab. Moving to new. New will only give you the latest themes as which we have seen in the home tab. The same thing is being repeated here. You can get a new presentation, or only if you need a blank, you can just click here. It will create a blank new presentation for you. If not, Control N will also create a blank new presentation for you. So that was in the new. And if you want to search something online on the browser, from here you can just type, and if the internet is switched on, it will take you to more things on browser. Now next is open, which basically will open all the folders wherein you have been sharing your PowerPoint presentation or where you have saved your presentation. So it will show you the recent ones and the folders which has your PPTs inside. And then info we have already discussed, and then save will save your presentation. So as this file is already saved, and save as will help you out in changing the file name. If you want to rename, you can just go back and say go to save as. Renaming can be done once the file is closed. Right click, you can rename. The other way is if the file is open and at the same time you want to change the name, you can do it by using the save as option. And from this down bar, you can just change the format. Suppose if you want it in a PDF format or in a template format, in the old version of PowerPoint presentation, or you have to change the slides into pictures, JPEG or PNG, that is also possible. Each and every slide can be changed into pictures. That was about print. Moving back to the next option, sorry, that was about save as, and the next would be print. And print will basically help you out in printing the slides which you have created. So I have only created 2 slides as of now. So that's the reason it shows you the both the slides. From here you can change the number of copies. From here you can change your printer if you have one or more. That shows you here in the options once you have connected your PC or your laptop with it. Then again here from this you can customize how many slides you want. So if you only want to enter specific slides, you can just say custom range or only print current slide or say print all slides. So it will print all slides. It's up to you. And again, you get an empty bar here. From here, if you say 1, it is going to print slide 1, or if you say 1 to 2, it will print both the slides. So option is up to you. The number of slides you want to print, you can print them. And then next you have this option. Basically this will allow you to have 1 slide or 2 slides or 3 slides on each paper. So the paper which you are using to print, suppose if you want to have 2 slides on the paper, you can go for 2 and you will get printed 2 slides. Suppose if you want 4 at a time, so just say 4. I have not created them, so that is the reason it is not showing 4 slides here. And you can also change the slide orientation, which means from here you can turn it into a portrait, which would be in a vertical, and then landscape, which would be more precise. So actually I always prefer to give print in a landscape orientation, because sometimes the text inside the slide would not be very much visible if we have used very small size of font. So I basically go forward for landscape orientation to print my slides, and I give a print of 4 slides, which is normally readable. And this is print only on one side, print on both sides. These are all print options actually. Collated and uncollated, once the slides are created, I'll take you through that. And landscape I already showed you. Grayscale, if you have a color printer and if you need to give a color print, then you can go ahead and select that. If you want a black and white grayscale option, it is basically the color changing option which has been given. According to the printer settings, you can go ahead and do the changes to it. Next would be share. So once you click on share, what it happens is, if you have your Outlook configured, your ID is configured and your Outlook is working, you can directly from here attach this presentation or turn this presentation into a PDF, attach it into a Outlook directly and send it across. So my Outlook is configured. That's the reason it is showing OneDrive, which means I have a drive and my ID is configured there. And from here, I can simply attach it. It is going to open my Outlook and the file will directly get attached there. And I can simply put the email ID of the person whom I would be sending and send it across. So yeah, you can see the Outlook has automatically opened. The file got attached. I just have to put the email ID of the end user and send it across. So this basically avoids, your time. Your time is saved here. So you don't have to go open your Chrome, open your Gmail ID, and then attach the file. And if the file is open, then again you need to close and then attach. That everything is covered here. You can just directly attach from your share button, and your file can be sent in 2 minutes. Then next would be export. Again, this helps you out in creating, or you can say changing the file format into something different. So if you want to create a PDF, that could be easily done. Create an XPS file, that can be done. So the content can be easily changed and the file format can be easily changed from here. You can create a video, or you can put your things or your PPT into a compact CD, copy it there. Create handouts, like you see Word documents, right? Your text would be get converted into a Word like document, and from here you can change the file type also. Like I said, you can convert it into a picture format, into PNG or into JPEG, or if you want to save it as another file type, from this you can do that. Basically it has more or less the same option which the save as option had, but yes, from here you can do something different, like creating handouts. If you have to create it into a Word format or something, handouts would be possibly created from here. So as of now we are only working on PowerPoint presentation, so I would not be pitching it into something which is related to Word. And then close will close your presentation. Account basically has the information of the version and the other updates, office updates, which you basically get. A feedback, you can probably give your PowerPoint a feedback. And the other options are like general option, ribbon, selecting the background theme. Some privacy settings are there here. Quick access toolbar was also there upside, as I already showed you. So these are the general setting toolbox, which are not much required when we are working on a PowerPoint presentation and when we are designing. So basically this was all about the file tab on the ribbon. My next video would be on home tab and the options available under the home tab, and we'll also see how the options are working. So thank you so much for watching this video.